Hi guys, it's me, Terri of the Yarnjoy podcast. Just coming on to make a video. This is, this is July of the year 2019, and at the beginning of the year I made a Crafty Goals video in January, and I was wanting to when we hit the halfway point of the year, which would be the end of June, I wanted to do an update video kind of discussing my goals and reminding myself, I'm watching Teddy back there, reminding myself what my goals were that I set at the beginning of the year and kind of see where I'm at with them. So let's go over them, shall we? Okay, so I had, I had seven different sections of goals. And so the first section was under the heading, it just says yarn. And so I have scraps, cakes, and baby yarn. So that was just kind of clue words to me, or cue words to me, that I was wanting to use up yarn that I have. Well, I've kind of been doing that. I have been using some of my cakes. I've made a few baby blankets using the mandala cakes back there. I have another one started that's going to use a couple of cakes. So yes, I have been using some that I wasn't using before, but of course I seem like I added to them though. But I have used some of them. Okay, and then I've got baby yarns, which I have in a closet over there, and I really haven't used that much. I've got them, and I've used some of the baby yarns that I have that were scraps. I've used for like the Stash Buster squares, but I have not really used much of the baby yarns yet, so I need to remember that and get a project going using them. Okay, and then I have scraps. So yes, on the scraps, I have one scrappy blanket I've been working on. It was a corner to corner squares. I have not finished it yet. I kind of wanted to do a video explanation of kind of progress and how I'm putting them together. So I have been working on them, but hasn't been finished. But I'm using scraps, and I have been using scraps with the backpack buddies that I've been making, and things like that. So I feel like, yes, I have been working on some of my using scraps, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so section number 2 are patterns. So under that, I have the Stitch Your Library program, which is something that I did last year. It's a Facebook group that I belong to. Sad to say that I have not been as involved as I should be on there. I really got to remedy that. But I had set a goal to use 8 patterns that I've had a long time and actually make something out of them. You know how we're always buying more patterns all the time, and then we'll have the books or leaflets or whatever forever, for years. We'll forget about them, and we're always getting new patterns, and then we end up not doing any of the patterns out of the books that we have already. So I wanted to do 8 for this year, and so far I've done 3. So that's not too bad. 4 would have been the halfway point, so I really do need to make sure that I get some more added to that list. And then the next thing I had under patterns was that I wanted to design an amigurumi pattern of my own. In the beginning of the year, I was kind of, I was kind of in the mood to do that. I had the determination that I was inspired. Couldn't think of the word. I was inspired or determined that I was wanting to design an amigurumi this year. Well, I still haven't done it yet. The year's not over, so I hopefully will meet that goal. If not, I'll just add it to next year's goal. So we'll see. Okay, and number 3 is techniques. Under techniques, I had that I wanted to learn Tunisian crochet and do a Tunisian Tunisian crochet project. And also a crochet cable stitch, which I have done both of those. The flower back there, this one, is a Tunisian done with a Tunisian stitch, and it was a wall hanging that I did. I turned the square into, and so I did learn Tunisian, and I did a project with it. Also, the crochet cable blanket, I did the teddy bear, sleep tight teddy bear blanket, I think it was called, and it was with cable stitches. And so that was the first time I had done crochet cable stitch, and so I feel like I can check that off as a goal that I wanted to do. Okay, so number 4 of my group of 7 is for charity. Okay, so under that I had that I wanted to do 30 preemie hats for the Halloween hat drive that's going to be in October, and to do 30, I divided it up to do 3 hats per month, each month up until October, so then I'd have my 30. And I am on schedule with that. I've done 21, and this is the end of July, so month 7. So 7 times 3 is 21. So I have done 21 hats, and so I am on schedule with that. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, and then the next one, I kind of altered it because I said Project Linus, because last year I donated, when I was doing the 365 days of Granny Square projects, and I was doing all those Granny Squares, I was putting them together, making blankets and donating them to Project Linus. Well, I do have a couple blankets. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 more like lapgan size that I will be able to donate. But then also I changed that where it's not just Project Linus. I put Project Linus / charity, because I do want to help out Dana and Sylvia of Tabitha's Treasures and make some shawls and wraps and different things that they can donate to the nursing home here in our city, since we all live in the same city. And so now, have I started that? No. I have, like I said, I do have a couple of blankets that I can either give to them or do Project Linus. I'm not sure, but they will go to charity. And then I have some patterns bookmarked here and there for some shawls and things, and so I really need to get on to that. I should have done some already, but it just seems like something's always coming up, and I got to make these, and I got to do this, and so so I'm really bad about overcommitting and then thinking, what was I thinking? So anyway, I do plan on doing that though, and donating. Okay, next one is Christmas. Now this one I put that I wanted to get Christmas gifts done, worked on through the year. I don't have many. I think I have 1 completed, which is the baby stacks that I've showed just in my latest video. That one is completed. Now I've got 2 that are Christmas gifts that are in the works. And well, actually I have another one that I think is going to end up being a Christmas gift. So that's good. And I did make it this year, so I can count that as a Christmas gift. But I just don't think I'm going to make as many Christmas gifts this year that are handmade for all the relatives as much as I did last year. I don't know. We'll see. I need to sit down with my list and try to figure out what I'm going to make for everybody, or the ones I'm going to make for. So we'll see. I don't know. But anyway, I've gotten 1 made and just a couple that are in the works right now. And so I've been meeting that. Of course, like I said, this is just halfway through the year, so I have time to get that bumped up some. I also put down that I wanted to do some more Christmas decor items, like a Christmas wreath, different things I wanted to make. Haven't done that. Well, actually, I got a Christmas ornament that's a works in progress, although it may be a gift instead of me keeping it. It's the gingerbread house ornament, but that's it. I really haven't done anything else. So I need to remind myself that I was wanting to do that. Okay, number 6 is goals for my channel. I did say that I wanted to continue making tutorials, and I have been doing that. So I feel like I'm doing good with that. I also wanted to make an intro video for my channel, and I have done that. And so my husband helped me, and we put together a slideshow type thing that shows When somebody's not subscribed to your channel, when they click on and look at your channel, there's an introduction video that they can watch that kind of tells about the channel and then decide if they want to subscribe or not. And so I wanted to get that introduction video made, and I did do that. So I got that checked off. Okay. Next, I wanted to do for my channel is a goal review in June. Well, here it is in July, almost toward the end of July, and I'm just now doing it. But I did do it. I am doing it, so I can check that off. And the last thing I also wanted to do is I also wanted to start live streaming, and I have not done that. I think I did it one time, and I don't know. I was doing Zoom regularly, and then I kind of stopped doing that. It just seems like I wasn't getting enough crocheting done with more of the meetups or whatever. I don't know. It just kind of I just get busy, you know, and then not do it. But I really would like to do the live streaming, I think. I need to, it's fun. I like to take part in other people's live streaming. So I really need to do that. So, let's see, this next part of the year I will get more of those, or get some of those done. Okay, and the last section is called record keeping. I wanted to tally items, and I wanted to tally my items as far as what kind of items I've made and how many. I did that last year on, well, you can't see, but there's a behind the hummingbird thing back there. There's a dry erase board. I kept track of them back there last year. Did a little different this year. So I got this notebook at Tuesday morning, and so I've been keeping my notes and things, well, not notes, because I have another notebook here that I keep my notes in for my videos, but I bought this to keep a tally, I guess, or a count of the items. Well, I put my crafty goals on the front page there, and then I've got a sheet here that I've been doing tallies of the different categories of things that I've made. So far I've made 3 of the Stitch Your Library goals that I set for myself. I have Charity Project Linus. I have 1, actually I need to update that because I believe I have 2 there. Okay, and then I've made 2 throws or Afghan or like Lapgan blankets. Okay, I have made 27 amigurumis. I've made 1 baby mobile. I've made 1 wall decor item, which is that big flower back there. I've made 1 hat. That's it. I've made 21 preemie hats. Okay. I've finished 1 Christmas gift so far. And then, of course, now if I decide on another blanket that I have finished already, if it's going to be a Christmas gift, then I'll have to put a tally mark there for that one and count that. Okay, I've made 5 baby blankets. I've made 3 under the category of totes, bags, or baskets. I've made 2 pairs of baby booties, and then I have 2 items I just put under miscellaneous, so I'm not sure what that are. I think those are the bookmarks I made, maybe. Anyway, all together I have made 67 items, finished items, in the first 6 months of the year. So pretty happy about that. Okay, and then the next thing on my goals, where's that? Okay, was to keep better records of projects, like what hook I'm using. Mainly is the pattern name. I put the pattern name, I put the pattern designer, and then I also put the hook that I use for that pattern, because I have had people ask me, they'll go back and watch some of my older videos, which I appreciate very much, people doing that. I think that's so sweet to go back. I mean, I do that. If I discover somebody new, I'll go back from the beginning and I'll binge watch their episodes until I get up to present day, just so I can get to know the person. I really like to do that. And so I have people that do that to me. They'll go back and they'll watch one of my videos, earlier videos, and they'll ask me, well, what hook did you use for that? Or where did you find that pattern? You know, stuff like that. And I make so many, sometimes I forget, and so then I'll have to look it up. Well, by keeping track of my projects that I've been doing this year, it's really been helping, because it'll say, like, okay, like this basket, let me show you this. if you remember this, I'll reach forward here. Okay, is the dancing sheep basket. Remember when I did that? Okay. Oh, and by the way, it holds a mandala cake perfectly. So anyway, this is the dancing sheep basket. So I have that on my project here. I have the dancing sheep basket. The pattern was from Divine Debris, and I used a 4mm or G hook. So that's what I used for that. So I think that is awesome that I do that, and so it helps me to be able to go back and see what I made, to if anybody has any questions on it. Plus, it helps me because even some of them, like if I haven't worked on it for a while, then sometimes I'll take the hook from it and I'll use the hook somewhere else, and then I forget, oh, what hook size? So I have had to go back several times to, like, let's see, how about, which one was it? I just recently had to do that. I think it was the scrap corner to corner squares that I've been making. And I wanted to work on them again. Hadn't worked on them in a month or two or something. But the hook wasn't with them anymore because I was using the hook. And I couldn't remember what hook it was. So I went back to my book and I have scrap corner to corner squares, and I see that I'm using I hook or 5.5mm. And so that way I won't mess something up by using the wrong hook size, and then my squares won't be the same size. So it has definitely helped me. It don't take that much to do it. When I start a new project, I just write it down, and then I put a check mark next to it when I complete it. And so it's been very helpful. And of course, I do like to put stickers. I've got some Minions and different types of stickers. There's a Starbucks sticker that my friend Dorothy Gravel sent me, one of my viewers that I've become friends with. And so anyway, I like to put, washi tape, and I've got some Mickey Mouse stickers right there. So just being a kid, I guess, using stickers. So anyway, I have met that goal of keeping track of my projects, and it is actually very helpful to do that. Okay, so that is my goal review. I hope you enjoyed listening to what I've made and what I've kept up with and what I haven't, and I need to remind myself that I did set a goal to do that. And I hope this will remind you to look at goals that you set back in January and see how you're doing. And so in the description box, not description box, but in the comments below, please let me know how you're doing on your goals. Are you keeping up with them, or they kind of went off the wayside or have been forgotten about? I definitely understand that as well. So let me know how you're doing. So thanks guys for watching the video today, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!